walked out?
No, I'm waiting to be picked up by the lads. They must have got held up.
Funny kind of hijack. I would have held up a bin wagon, innit?
No, delayed, I mean.
No, you're joking.
Oh.
You had a bad night, Curly?
No, I've had a great night. Best night in yonks. You see, Kev's moved in with Hilda now, so I don't have to worry about keeping him awake. So I've been up all night stargazing.
Up all night? That's what I meant by a bad night.
No, it's more restful than sleep, that is, communing with the heavenly bodies.
Bird, you mean?
No, planets, outer space. Hey, what are you putting milk there for? Thought you were having one of those hillbilly feuds, you and the duckies.
Oh, words till last night. Veda's coughed up with the dress money. 38.5 smackers through the door, so it's cow duty as usual.
Hey, I saw that in the stars last night.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, Venus the Peacemaker in conjunction with Saturn bringing harmony into fractured relationships. What do I have to do to get shut the noise of you, eh? Morning, Kev, you're up early.
Hey, so flipping wonder shouting your mouth off in the street this time of the morning.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get lost on your bin round you.
See you, mate.
Hey, look at these, Jack.
Look at what, Vera?
Bottles of milk.
Oh, good. What are you going to do? Juggle with them?
Oh, Harry Clayton's left them thick, eh? 2 pints on doorstep. Hey, I think they've chucked towel in. I think we've won, Jack.
Bayek, I think you're right, Vera.
Of course I'm right.
Hey, that's great, that's ace. But I can't pretend that I am surprised.
Well, I am. I thought I'd met my match in Connie Clayton, I really did.
Well, you had. But you had the advantage of a very experienced strategist, didn't you?
What are you on about now, you?
Look, it's true, Vera. But for me, holding you back, you'd have made yourself so guilty, spitting and swearing, you'd have paid that dress bill ages ago.
What are you talking about?
You are
Hey?
38.5 quid in pockets, aren't you? 'Cause of me. So, if you bung me, say, 50% commission, I'll take you out for a skinful of the curry tonight.
Get lost, you can have him wrapped. Hey, dearie, Mr. Clayton's left his milk. White flags in bottles there.
Gloating, are we?
Well, we're bound to be pleased, kid, aren't we? I mean, I know you're bonkers about that Andrea, but... Well, they were wrong, weren't they? Sending me out looking like a boiler in tin foil and trying to charge me earth for it.
In the error of their ways, though, love, haven't they?
Yeah, they'll not be so ready to cross us in future.
Well, you know what I reckon we ought to do? I reckon we ought to go and pay the milk bill pronto.
Why?
Rub it in. Show 'em it wasn't through lack of cash that stopped us paying the rest bill.
No, I reckon we ought to forget about it. Happen to let us off for that and all.
You know what I reckon you ought to do? I reckon you ought to go and apologise to Mr. and Mrs. Clayton for the lousy reception you've given them to the street.
You are?
What?
Yeah. And as for feeling smug, you can forget it. Because the only reason why Harry left that milk this morning is because I put £38 and 50p in a plain envelope and bunged it through their letterbox last night. See ya.
Well, the treacherous little devil.
Well, I have heard of lovesick. But is that love? That is flaming stupid, that is.
Oh, she sounds lovely, this Michelle.
Yeah, she is. She sings in the church choir as well.
Oh, well, she'd be a nice girl and all that.
Yeah, she is. I'm thinking, though, she might be a bit too nice, you know, for me.
You what? Get away with you. You're nice, aren't you?
Do you reckon?
Well, you better be if you're going to be living here with me. No, I think you do right, though, Kevin, choosing a nice church girl. Oh, she'll do you far less harm than them what hang around smoking in shopping precincts. All lipstick and two-timing they are.
Michelle's a bit of a two-timer herself at the moment, you know.
She isn't.
Yeah. Got this upper-class twit of the year typing, so...
And she's a church girl. Well, I don't know what the world's coming to.
I mean, it's no fault of her own. I mean, she wants me to be a boyfriend, but he won't be told by her. So I've got to go and tell him myself tonight.
Sounds a proper messy way of carrying on to me.
Yeah, flipping dreading it, I am.
Oh, it wouldn't have done for Sheriff Street Unitarians, I can tell you that.
Kev, Mrs. Ogden.
Oh, give it a push, it's open.
Hiya.
Hello.
I just popped round to say sorry about this morning.
I should think so now, radio gagger.
Yeah, but I think you owe me an apology and all, you know. You've been neglecting company business, haven't you, messing about with that Michelle?
No, I've not. I've got a bloke coming to view the banger this morning, all right?
This morning? Why didn't you tell me?
Because I forgot.
Forgot? A thing like that? The whole foundation of the Moonlight Express hinges on that sale, Kev.
Yeah,
Forgot?
boring, innit? Ta-ra, Mrs. O.
Ta-ra.
Forgot? I don't know, Mrs. O. Young blokes nowadays, they're so unprotective of their freedom. They dump all the hopes on the first girl they see. He'll be shoving a pushchair full of carrier bags round some supermarket in no time, him.
Wouldn't you like to have a girlfriend?
Me? No, I like to think of myself as a man's man. Or my own man. Or something like that.
Cup of tea?
That would be extremely nice, actually.
Well, I suppose I should go round and thank her, really. And I do want everything to be okay again. The thing is, do we want to be friends with Duckworths?
Yeah, our neighbours, love.
Yeah, but we don't want to do anything that'll encourage Andy and Terry, do we?
You know as well as I do, the quickest way to encourage kids at their age is to discourage them. I mean, if we make friends, it'll knock all excitement out of it for them, won't it?
Yeah, but... Well, I mean, I doubt if it has. But them sending this might have something to do with romance.
Well, I don't think so.
They might be hearing wedding bells in our house, for all we know.
They're as dead set against it as we are.
Well, I can't imagine that, Harry. I mean, it's them what stands to gain, isn't it? Our lovely Andy and their dopey meatball.
You know, from their point of view, their handsome son and our toffee-nosed little madam.
Have you heard him say that?
I've heard him say all sorts, none of it's true. Lad's all right.
Yeah, but he's not for our Andy, love.
Well, that's for her to realise, isn't it?
Yeah, I know, but a mother can't stand by and watch her daughter make a mistake she'll regret for the rest of her life.
But the fact remains, Connie, you're just set against the lad because we're at war with the parents. And choose what you say. The house full of the pride made the first move, so now it's up to us to reciprocate and show willing. I mean, it's not as if we're going to be having him around for Sunday tea or share holidays, is it?
Who are you on about?
Oh, Vernon Wilcox at Depot.
Duckworths, you mean? They've shown you up, haven't they, sending that?
How's your studying going?
Great. You could turn radio down, though.
Aye, okay, love.
Only one? What about Kevin?
Well, he's living at Hilda's now, and you don't eat between Hilda's meals. Anyway, I'll pick you up at 5, and then we'll go around and draw up a proper list of stuff we need before we move in.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
She got that council house she never let on.
As if you needed telling. Yes, we're having it. I'll see you later.
Yeah, both fine.
So, ta-ra, love.
Not that it's exactly in the condition we'd hoped. Still, it's available. And they've said they'd do it up for us.
Oh, they've just finished doing ours up, you know. In fact, they started last October, and we had plywood windows in over Christmas.
Oh, you're really cheering me up, you are.
Ah, but some of them are lovely, aren't they, though?
Oh, yeah. Well, there are some people at our estate that, like, they've bought their own and improved them. They've got nice front doors, you know, and ivy creeping all over the place.
Oh, Ivy will be creeping all over your place, won't she, your mother-in-law?
She don't know. Anyway, at least we'll have a room to put Nicky in. And a garden for him to run about in.
Do you know, I've always wanted a garden. I've always fancied myself swinging in a hammock and guzzling champagne. Nearest I've ever got to it was a beaker of Tizer in a buffet backyard.
Then, out of the blue, he informs me he's got a possible buyer coming round this morning. He forgot all about it. I mean, can you imagine forgetting something as important as that? I mean, it makes me mad, doesn't it, you? I mean, to neglect your better interests, your business associates, to dump everything for the sake of some girl.
Oh, shut up, Joe, will you? I'm trying to think.
About the Moonlight Express?
No, about Andrea. I'm trying to think where I can take her on Saturday night.
Not you and all. I'm going to buy a violin, me, for serenading with. I'd make a fortune round here.
Half a bit of it, please.
Good job I don't rely on you, Ellen.
Oh. No, it just underlines, Mrs. Bishop, the fickle nature of the youth of today.
But you mustn't think I blame Kevin for moving
Grasshopper
out.
minds, that's what they've got. It's all this fast food. It gets their heart stumping. They can't settle it out.
32, please, Percy.
Thank you, Ben. Big plate of tater ash, that's what they want. Put them in a mood to reflect. Teach them a bit of care and consideration.
Weren't you going to get me a bit of lemon?
Oh, good heavens, so I was. I forgot all about it.
Never mind, I've got a lot of shopping to do before I go back. But as I was trying to say, I blame myself, really.
Oh, you mustn't blame yourself.
Why not?
I don't know.
Well, you see, I just wish I'd done a bit more to make him welcome. I could have got a proper bed for him and put it in the front room at least. I mean, 2 boys sharing, especially such conflicting types of boy.
You're really missing that lad, aren't you?
Well, I am a bit.
You're fretting, I can tell.
Well, I'm concerned.
Of course you are.
I'll be relieved to know he was settling in at Mrs. Ogden's.
Right, there's only one way to find out whether he is or not.
Oh, but Mrs. Ogden, what are you going... Oh, dear.
See, love, Curly, it's like an irresistible force, right? It takes you over and it distracts you. Like me on my round this morning. I ran half a pig into a furniture shop.
You never.
Yeah, imagine. People's looking at settees and testing beds, and there's me stood there with half a pig over my shoulder.
What did you do?
Well, Trying to keep a low profile and left as soon as possible.
Right, you. Traitor, flipping turncoat. My mind's been going sense at dozen over this all morning. Never mind, calm down. You can get down to them Claytons and tell him it was you that sent the money. But I knew not about it, and as far as I'm concerned, that money's still not being paid.
I'm not telling them that. Can't we just let it drop?
No, I'm sorry. No, I'm not going to be made a fool of.
For the sake of peace, ma'am.
For the sake of you and that girl, you mean?
All right, for the sake of that, then, can't we just say that you sent the money?
No, I'm sorry, Chuck, no. Look, it's all wrong. They don't deserve any of our money.
But it's my money.
It's Duckworth money, isn't it?
It's Terry money out of my bank account.
Look, I'll stand a lot, I will. But I'll not stand to see you make a fool of me, not my own son. And I'll not stand to see you go against your family like you did over some bit of a girl. So you can get round there and you can tell them what I said. Because if you don't, you can start thinking about clearing out. Now, I mean it. I'm deadly serious, Terry. Right, I'm going to Chippy now for his dinners.
You know, my Stan had a marvellous appetite in his younger days. He could shift a whole sliced loaf of sandwiches for his tea and still be hinting about the chippy by 8:30.
Flipping heck.
And he never lost it, not till the very end. Oh, he got a bit bad on his legs, you know, a bit chair-bound. Even got a bit wandering in his conversation. But it wasn't until he refused a second helping of my homemade apple pie that I knew he was going. Eddie was the same, a born eater.
Yeah, either of them was, well, athletic looking, no, was they?
Oh, well, that was the beer, wasn't it? Oh, and while we're on the subject of food, what shall I get you for your tea?
Oh, I don't think I'm going to be very hungry, somehow.
Oh, I don't know. You can't go sorting your love life out on an empty stomach, you
I
know.
don't think it's going to be very empty. Not for a few months, anyway.
I hope you'll forgive the intrusion. It's young Kevin I want a word with, really.
All right, come on in. We're having us dinner, but we're not ashamed. Visitor for you, Kevin. Make yourself comfortable, Mrs. Ogden.
Now then, young fella, my lad. Enjoying your dinner, are you?
It's very nice, thanks.
There's plenty more if you'd like a dollop.
Well, that's very gracious of you. I don't mind if I do. And very comfortable in your room, are you?
Yeah.
Nice bed. Sheets, crisp, clean and aired.
Perfect, thanks, yeah.
And what about the evenings? It's not all television, is it? There is interesting, stimulating conversation, I trust.
Hey, hang on a minute. What's all this?
Yes, perhaps I should have explained. It's just that Mrs. Bishop's, a trifle apprehensive about the new living conditions of her erstwhile lodger.
I thought as much. Snooping. Get out. Go on. Go on. And you can tell Andy Bishop from me. If she wants any snooping done, she can come and do it herself. Never mind sending spies. Ah, the heck. The lengths some folk will go to just to get a bit of home cooking. Bit more, love?
No, thanks, I've had enough. Just remembered I've got to find Curly anyway.
Oh, that's all.
Good down, Mrs.
Ta-ra, love.
Well, yes, Terry, I'm very glad all the nonsense is over.
Well, that's what I've come round about, really.
What?
Well, to put it bluntly, Mrs. Clayton, it was me that bunged that money through the letterbox. I've been sent round by my mum to say it was against the will. It's what?
How stupid can you get, Terry?
I'm sorry, but...
I should think you jolly well are. Harry's left your milk and I was on the verge of going round and being nice to her.
You see, I was hoping that when they thought it was all over, they'd be glad and they'd see the sense in being pals. I mean, I want everybody to get on me.
What, because of you and Andy?
Yeah, partly. But when they found out what I'd done, it was...
They were furious.
Yeah, they were just a bit.
So, instead of making things better, you've made them a whole lot worse, haven't you?
No, not necessarily. Not if you hang on to the cash and behave as if it's all over.
Well, I'm sorry to spoil your little plan, Terry. But your mother will have to pay me with her own hands from her own purse, or we carry on as normal.
Well, I'm really surprised and disappointed in you, Mrs. Clayton. Really?
In me?
Yeah. Because you reckon to be a lot brighter than me, Mum, don't you? But you must be just as thick as she is.
Hey, Terry.
Look, I'm sorry, Andrew, but this is just ludicrous.
It was him who sent the money.
Yeah. The poor romantic flipping idiot, you mean?
Hey, now, come on, you two. He went about it in an awkward way, admitted. But his intentions were good. And I only wish we were going out the same road a bit.
I can't, really. I've decided to finish with him. I trust this meets with your approval.
Well, yeah, it does.
Yeah. You've made that fairly obvious, haven't you?
I blame the army, I do. It's the crucial stage in his formative years. Running about with a flaming Tommy gun instead of sorting his courting out. Now a young bird comes along, lad doesn't know how to conduct himself.
No, I think it's something passed down from your side, I do.
You are, we're as thick as thieves, our lot.
Thick and thieves. You sell your granny for a lucky bag, you lot. What about your Veronica when she asked your Uncle Ben to lend her some money? Never spoke to her again. What about your cousin Michael, refusing to marry that girl that killed herself?
What about your lot?
Salt of the earth, my lot. Yeah, stood by me when I was going to marry you.
You all, they never even come to flaming wedding.
Well, that's what I mean, they were dead against it. And I wish I'd have took notice of them and all.
What about him as shot his foot, trying to get out of the trenches, eh? What about him as married that laddie posh type we've never seen him since? What about you and the bingo caller?
And what about all your bits, and never giving me any housekeeping? I'll tell you what, kid. It's the wonder he's as loyal as what he is. Way up. Yeah.
Oh, sent out.
I've been and told them.
What did they say?
Well, like you, aren't they? They're fed up. They thought they won. They've been rejoicing all morning. Big lot of soft kids, aren't you?
Have you got your money back?
No, I told them to keep it.
Why?
Why? In the vain hope that somebody sometime is going to see some sense. Because they want all the trouble to be over, Mum. Because it's ruining everything. It's ruining any chance that me and Andrea's got. And it's ruining my life, OK?
Definitely your temper, though, love.
Get down, you nasty beggar.
So, how are you liking the Rovers?
Well, it suits me. No jukebox.
They've done me again.
No space invaders either. Nice and quiet. It's my kind of scene, really.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to think, eh?
That's right. Dying hard, isn't it?
Thinking. I think a lot, me, about astronomy and that. What do you think about? I'm working on a book. What, reading one, like? Oh, writing it. It's about human nature. I observe people and things and write down the observations.
Oh. Yeah? There you go, Curly, mate.
Hey,
What? Can't stop. See ya.
Kev, hang on, come back. Can't fathom him out, you know. I mean, look at that. 900 quid for that car. We can set up proper now, buy a truck. The biggest moment of the last 5 million, and he just waltzes off. Well, he's preoccupied with that lassie fancies, isn't he? And that posh boyfriend she's got. What posh boyfriend? Like I said, I'm very observant.
Right, Malcolm?
Oh, not you again. I don't believe it.
Michelle's invited me to come and watch.
Look, I booked this court, you know, at great expense.
It's okay, I'm not playing.
Look, mate, chat to chat. Things are awkward enough without you poaching, all right?
I said Michelle invited me.
Yes, but you are poaching, aren't you? Of course you are. Now, I hate to pull the old male imperialism stunt, but she is mine, you know. So why don't you just run along and find yourself somebody more appropriate?
The thing is, Malcolm, she likes me and not you. That's why she's late. She's hoping you'll see me, take the hint, and go.
You sucker. Can't you see she's just using you? Now, that's just Michelle's way of playing hard to get.
It's not, Malcolm. She says she's tried to let you down nice, but you just can't seem to take no for an answer.
OK. Let me put it to you like this. I'm a good 6 inches taller than you, right? A couple of stone heavier, and I work out regularly with weights. I mean, is that what you want? A fight?
Oh, I feel sorry for you, honest. Otherwise, I won't be here, would I? Plus, it'd stop Michelle coming as well.
Crikey, here she comes. Hello, darling. Tell this little twit to buzz off, will you?
Don't worry, I'm buzzing.
No, don't go, Kev.
Look, I've done my best. You're going to have to tell him yourself.
I've told you you won't take it from me.
Tell me what, eh? Tell me what, Michelle?
Oh, stop saying tell me what. Kev, come back. We've got to try harder than that.
Try harder than that to do what, eh?
To convince you that I'm going out with Kevin, Malcolm. Kev?
Going out with him? Well, how can you be going out with him when you're going out with me?
It's a papa, my boy, to make a little card.
For our good little baby. Very relaxing knitting, isn't it?
He's all flipping Vera, take it up then.
It puts me in a trance. The daftest things happen. I've still got a little 3-arm matinee jacket somewhere. Oh, are you going on about me, are you? Not unless you're a little 3-arm matinee jacket.
I just thought your spy might have been round with his information.
Oh, he didn't come round, did he, Mrs. Ogden?
Oh, yes, he did. Going to be Henry Wakefield all over again if I'm not careful.
Mrs. Ogden, let me assure you that whatever Mr. Sugden did, he did entirely on his own initiative. My only crime was to mention to him that I hoped Kevin was settling in nicely with you, which I did, and that was all. If you want my opinion of Mr. Sugden, I think he's nothing but a meddlesome know-all, and I resent his interference just as much as you do.
Oh, can I quote you on that?
Oh, well... No, let me get you a drink
Well, I do
instead.
apologise.
They won't accept it, Terry. They appreciate what you're trying to do, but...
Well, that's right. At least they can't stop us seeing each other, can they? What's up?
Yeah, well, I've been thinking things over about you and me.
You've not let them get to you, have you?
No, this is not to do with them. This is my decision.
Decision? God help me, I can't bear this, not to be.
No, listen to me, Terry. This is not to do with you as such. I mean, you know how I feel about you. But it's me A-levels.
Well, not your flipping A-levels again.
They're very important to me, Terry, and I can't give them enough. I've got you on my mind all the time.
Oh, that's great, that, isn't it? Isn't it, though?
No, I've got every 3 weeks coming up. I just can't imagine. We've got to finish.
3 weeks? There's no need to act like Joan Collins. I can wait 3 weeks.
I don't want you to wait. I don't want to be worried about what you're up to or who you're with. I've got to set you free.
Well, it just beats me how you can put A-levels in front of somebody. A person.
I'm going now. Terry, I'm going.
Go on, then.
I really like you, Terry.
Just get going with
Send your cash back then, eh? I'm a fix for a loan. No? No, fine.
What on earth do you think you're playing at? I'm on match point. Sorry, but there's going to be no more tennis till we sort this out.
This is so boring. Can't you accept anything?
Have you sold him, Michelle?
Of course I have.
Right, go off. I beg your pardon. Go off, come on, I'm serious. He's going to take us buzz off, will you? Buzz off.
Honestly, this is so childish. Michelle, tell him to clear off, will you? Look, you can't just gang up and reject somebody just like that, you know? Her father likes me. He even plays golf with me.
Yes.
Oh. Look, what's wrong with me, anyway?
Nothing. I just don't fancy you. I fancy Kevin. As of now, I'm Kevin's girlfriend.
And we want you to accept that, as of now.
Well, you chose a very Christian method of getting your own way, I must say, Michelle.
Yeah. What of a choice had she?
Sorry to put you through that.
It's okay. It's worth it.
And your father's going to be absolutely horrified when you show up at home with him.
Well worth it.
And there's more tomorrow at midday. And coming up next on Plus, Emmerdale, and Seth gets a telling off from Betty.